Hey guys, Zach here from Kubota Lynchburg, and today I wanted to show you the new SVL50x. So this is the new compact mini skid steer that Kubota just came out with. I'm here in Grapevine, Texas at the dealer meeting, and we are checking out this new skid steer. So it comes packed with a ton of features. First off, it's a 50 horsepower machine, which is why it's a 50X, and the X stands for extras because it's a very extra machine. It's full of all sorts of options and features and add-ons that you can get. And it's weighs about 5,000 pounds. So it's great for compact areas, great for getting into tight areas. And I'm gonna try to go through this video a little bit faster than normal so other people can sit in here because it's a very popular machine. But this cab is very spacious. Actually, while I was waiting to film this video, a guy that was 6'7" came. He was thin, but he came and sat in, and he still had plenty of headroom. It is a nice suspension seat. It is a sealed factory cab, which means when you're in here with the doors and windows closed, it is quiet, very low decibel level. It has a new 7-inch LCD display screen. That'll be really nice. You can access all your controls. You can access, it's got, Bluetooth to it, so you can play your radio, you can listen to your phone, you can answer phone calls in here. You have the option for a backup camera and everything like that, even though the visibility out of this thing is pretty cool because it's tiny. But at the same time, you have a lot of controllability here. You have things like auto idle. So if you're sitting for too long, it'll idle itself down to save on fuel. It's anti-stall on it, which means if you're pushing a really heavy load, it's not gonna stall on you. You have to start it back up. It's better for the engine. A lot of features like that to it. Now your controls, they are electronic over hydraulic, which is not normal for Kubota, but it is a good feature as far as keeping everything in this tight area. You don't have all these extra hoses that you have to get to. So it's something I'll actually have to test in the field and see how I like it. Kubota's always been hydraulic over hydraulic, but in a compact machine like this that is only 48 inches wide, you have to take some of those features out. It's a push button start to it, throttle here. You've got some factory options on this one because you can get it in an open station or a cab. You can have headliner on it if you like a little bit lower decibel noise, some extra cushions for your feet if you like those. You can have either a manual quick coupler or hydraulic quick coupler for your buckets and your implements. It is a universal quick attach, so that's really nice. And it is a 20 gallon per minute flow rating on these. You also have standard your case drain and your 14-pin coupler. So if you were gonna run electronic attachments like brooms or trenchers or something else like that, you do have your 14-pin coupler standard, which is really nice. Now, some of the great things about Kubota, they have all the cylinder guards and hose points and everything like that to it. LED lights are standard to it, front and rear, whether it's a cab or an open station. The cab, of course, has air conditioning and heat and all those kind of fun things too. That pretty much is standard. Now, if you take a look at the tracks on these, they're nice tracks. I don't know a ton about tracks personally, honestly, but they're nice looking tracks. But there is a undercarriage suspension system to this. So your tracks actually have some movement up and down. So when you're driving over really rough terrain or there's logs in the way or railroad tracks or something like that, it actually will move with those and it'll make it a much more comfortable, smoother ride. You actually will have it's standard to have the Kubota shockless ride on it. So basically what that means is your arms will have their own suspension system to it. So if it will be a lot less jarring when you're going up and down. So it's a very smooth raise and lower time, and it's a very fast raise and lower time. Speaking of fast, this baby will zoom. Leah might put in the picture a video of it zooming when they first bring it out, 9.9 miles per hour. So very fast, very cool on that end. Now, let's say you're a rental operation or something like that, and you don't want your renter to be running at 9.9 miles per hour. You want them to max it out on low speed at the 4 or 5 miles per hour. That's fine. You've got 51 different passcodes you can put in your LCD display screen right there. That's how you start the machine. And let's say your passcode is 4444 rather than 1111, that passcode can limit the 2-speed control. So you're only going to let them run at the 1 speed, the 1 option on it. So you have a lot of customizability at your fingertips and a lot of control. Telematics are an option on this as well, so you can control from your phone as far as geofencing and turning off the machine, maintenance intervals, and all the other things that you can do with the smartphone capabilities. One of the very nice things that Kubota always does is they want to make sure that the operator is comfortable. The operator can easily access everything. and can service and maintain it so it doesn't break down and they don't have to pay more warranty claims. I'm sure that's the reason. But they have, very easy accessibility to everything. So they put the radiator on the back door. When you swing this puppy out, you now have access to almost everything in here. Very easy access to your filters, your fuel tanks. You can jump your battery. Man, I've got that disconnected, so I can't start it. That's a shame. Access to some of your hydraulics and everything like that. You can clean out your radiator screens very easily. Work on your AC systems. So the accessibility of these machines is very nice. It's got tie-down points all around, so when you're throwing it on and off your trailer, and you can actually put this on a 7K GVWR trailer because it weighs around 5,000 pounds. That's going to change depending on cab and open station and what implements you have, but around 5,000. You can run this on a pretty small trailer, which means you can take it to the small neighborhoods and you don't have to get a CDL or anything like that, and you can run this machine in those small areas. So you've got your LED lights on the back. I'm going to flip through this brochure because make sure I didn't miss anything too crazy real quick here. It does have a 2-speed dry, high and low, which is pretty normal to it. Creep mode, that's kind of cool. So this is the first machine with a creep mode on it, which means you can creep around. So if you're going to these tight areas, you're working around somebody's air conditioning units in the backyard, something like that, and you don't want to accidentally turn too fast and smash into them and cost yourself a lot of money, you can put it in creep mode. Anything else fun on here? The cab can be tilted up for service and everything like that, kind of like our other skid steers. You can put counterweights on the back of these to increase your lift capacity. That's something I didn't talk about. So your rated operating capacity is something like 1,100 pounds, but that's not what you really need to know. What you really need to know is that this thing will pick up about 4,000 pounds off the ground to move. Now, if you want to dump it, it's probably less than that because you're going to get tippy. You're probably closer to 3,300 pound range. But you can still put it into a dump trailer, into a dump truck or anything like that with the lift and reach on it as well. Rear view cameras on the screen. And yeah, that's about it as far as the spec side goes. So it's really designed for the small space operations, or if you have a small trailer or you're running a landscape crew and you start doing mulch and landscaping and stuff, you don't have to buy a massive machine or a very expensive machine. The smaller the horsepower means the better fuel economy and everything like that. So this new SVL50X might be the one for you. So check it out and let me know if you have any questions.